Hi, hello there, it's me, it's WoltyBird. Welcome back to my forever world. So, last episode ended a bit differently, with my girlfriend having hijacked the video and recorded her own thing without my knowledge, which I then added to the edit, and I actually never looked at it. I didn't know editing, it's just raw footage. The one thing I do know is that her house is on the other side of this hill, so that's the first thing we're gonna do. Okay, well, she's built a little cottage. She told me she made something with food. So we're gonna have to see about that. Did she steal my calcite? She stole my calcite. The house of Wolty's wife. Okay, she has a bedside table and a bed. Sick. Oh, she even made a little path. Okay, well, it is pretty nice, actually. I like this area. I was thinking of building something here, but I guess that's not an option anymore. I'm gonna be real, I was quite surprised when I got home from the gym yesterday, and she told me to go record. Hey, you should continue recording. When are you gonna continue your recording? You should go do that. And yeah, safe to say I was a bit suspicious when she did that. I have a sneaking suspicion that won't be the last time. And also, I think she stole my bed. I think the bed that she has in her house is in fact my bed, which means I no longer have one. And it's nighttime. And I would like for it to not be nighttime, and I don't have any shears. Actually, no, I do have shears. What a rascal. What an absolute rascal. Anyways, today we are going to start on the quarry itself. We have the quarry house. I haven't done anything with it since the last episode, but everything's pretty much done. The outside anyway. I mean, the inside is going to have to get fixed in that side, but that's fine. So the first thing we should do is actually get a new dummy shovel, because this one sucks, and I want the instant mine. So, yeet. Actually, no, I'm not going to yeet it. I might have to enchant with that. So, let's see what we get. And we get, boom. Nothing, because I need one more level. All right. All right, let's see here. I'm breaking 2. Yikes. Let's give that one more try. Oh, this is going to be awful. Oh, that is fortune. You're gonna need more levels. Do I go for fortune 2? I mean, if it gives me efficiency 2, we can get efficiency 3 and I'm breaking 2, which is a pretty decent shovel, actually. It's just sad that I don't have that many diamonds. This is a bit of a waste. But at least I have a mob farm, so that's good. Experience is quite fast. Okay, I'm gonna give this one more try to see if we get a decent shovel. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Efficiency 3! Oh, would you look at that? Okay, well, we're gonna combine these up, and I'm gonna throw away this garbage guy. You know what? If this efficiency 3 I'm breaking 2 is probably gonna be good enough for now, I can deal with that. And I'm once again gonna run over here to my portal and use one of these samples. I can't afford to make another one, but you know, I'm not gonna do that. Which is the best way? Oh yeah, that's the best way to do it. There we go. So on the side of the house here, I'm going to have like a stone thing with some scaffolding and whatever. Just make it look like a bit of a day quarry up here. But then from the front here, we're going to do like some sort of a regular pattern going around and then creating a hole. And actually, you know what? The size and shape of this area just naturally is pretty damn close to what I wanted to have. So if we just do a little bit of filling here, and we mark this out. I think this is the exact shape right here, just in this area, and we cordon off like from here. I don't want to make it too big, but I also don't want to make it look pathetic, because it has to look good in a thumbnail. So something like this, maybe? And then we start digging down. I don't know what I'm going to design it like. Probably a lot of, like, a mix of andesite, cobblestone, and stone, I think is the way to go here. But it's doing pretty good, I hope, I think, maybe, possibly. But as I said in the beginning of the last episode, this is, like, it doesn't feel a purpose in any way, having this quarry here. It's just for looks and having a nicer entrance to my, my mining caving system thing. It's a little pretty good, I think. The first thing I'm going to do right now is I'm just removing all of the dirt so that we can get down to the stone. I don't know how deep this part is gonna be. It might just be down to the stone and maybe a tiny bit more. It's not supposed to be super deep like a hole to bedrock. It's just to look good. So we'll see. I'm gonna put some cranes and things as well. I want things like, you know, being lifted, being stockpiled around the place. Okay, so that's the dirt gone. I think what we'll do is we'll dig it down to like here, and we'll have it be completely flat. And then I'll have to do custom terrain for all of this. That's probably the best way to go about it. Also, I'm going to have chests over here for dirt, because that's in dire need right now. So the way that I'm visualizing this to go is that we'll have some sort of like cascading pathway around the sides here, made from probably spruce. I'm thinking spruce. And then I have to get a silk touch pickaxe at some point so I can put some ores in here just to make it look natural. That's probably the first step. And you know, we could do like a border around the thing with spruce wood, like for the top block, so like, you know, to hold the dirt in so it doesn't fall down. I don't know if that's something you actually do in a real quarry, like old-timey quarries, but I think it would look cool at least. So I've gone ahead and I've gathered all the spruce that I think I'm gonna need. A very big thing here. So we'll have a bit of an open area right here is what I'm planning. So from here to here, we're not gonna have like a fence. And then around this, we'll have a wall/fence kind of thing. And then I think on this side here, there's going to be a crane that's holding a thing. And then we're going to have supports going all the way down and all the way up in certain spots, like a couple of them. Just like this. I feel like that adds a bit of, you know, support looking kind of thing. It's going to look good, maybe, possibly. Building really isn't my forte. It's never been. I've done some decent builds in the past. I'm pretty happy with some of them. I'm happy with the house. You know, the one that I have in my test world where I built it with spruce instead of, you know, making it look like a penis, which my girlfriend told me that it looks like a penis. Not my best moment. With it not being, you know, the biggest quarry ever, I was going to have some sort of like, I was gonna say observation deck. It's not an observation deck. But some sort of like wooden road going around the thing on the inside of the top layer. But I feel like with the size this is, going with the outside is probably going to work a bit better. So I'm just going to dig this out all the way around, place spruce planks here, and then we'll do the fence. I wish I made it bigger, but I don't have the time nor the resources at the moment. That's going to be later on in the series if we make a bigger one. It's not going to happen right now, though. But actually, you know what? Okay, if we do something like that, and we don't do it the entire way around, just on, like, most of it, so we'll stop here, maybe? It's going to be more than one block wide. I just want to put down the outline first. That's probably going to be good. And then we'll just raise these up, and we might actually put normal fence. No. We're going to put cobblestone fence. Yeah. Or cobblestone walls. I don't usually use those. I don't think I've actually ever built with cobblestone walls, but they could look good. TM, potentially, maybe, possibly sometimes. We'll have to about here. So the road goes all the way over to where that crane is going to be. So we have like a walkway to that. I feel like that makes sense in world sense, which I usually don't think about. But I kind of want to try doing that more and more the further I go. Having things actually function in a way that you think it would function in real life. Okay, let's go ahead and try this. I have a lot of cobblestone for mining the hole out. You get a surprising amount even from just a small hole like this. But if we go something... do I have a pickaxe? Hello? There we go. Thank you. Go for something a bit like this, right? It's not going to be wall everywhere, and we're not going to do every single, like, corner. There will be a bit of gap every once in a while. And, like, one up there, and then we'll do a bit sporadically. I say sporadically. It's literally every single block. That's fine. You can say something and do another thing. That's okay. Should probably add a bit of planks here, because that's very thin looking. I mean, what matters here to me is that this looks good in a thumbnail. Whether or not it looks good in person doesn't really matter. It's not of importance. I think that's gonna be pretty decent. And then we can make some slabs, and we'll have this go down like this. So half a block at a time. And we'll make this be the actual, like, entrance? Downtrance? Do you call it a downtrance if it goes down? feel like downtrend's a pretty good word. No one's really using that. I'm going to coin that term, as I am the foremost authority on the English language, as we all know. And what did I say? Entrance? Downtrends, that's what I said. A downtrends is now an actual thing. Just so everybody knows, I'm announcing that today. We're adding it to the Webster dictionary. Do you guys use Webster or do you use Oxford? I feel like Oxford should be the reasonable one, right? Like Oxford should be better. Just the name Oxford rings a bit more pizzazz and a bit more gravitas, right? I don't know. Either that or you listen to Captain Holt in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He has a lot of gravitas. Okay, but there we go. That's going to be the road down. That looks absolutely disgusting and I love it. And then we'll just do like support pillars like that. And like here. Everywhere there's a full block, I feel like, so it's not missing. Is that a full block? Nope. That's a full block. No, we can have it there. That's actually a perfectly reasonable spot to have it. Yeah. Yeah, it's not my best pathway or downtrends I've ever done, but it's okay. I also heard a zombie or a mob of some kind. A mobster? Hello, Frank Sinatra, is that you? Okay, now there's really only one thing left that we need to do to make this quarry work. TM, work, and then we'll have to do the last details and stuff. Is that we need to make the crane. The crane is like a big part of this. I think we'll use oak. Are we going to use oak just to make it look a bit different? Or no, we'll use stripped spruce logs because, of course, I'm just going to keep using that because it's the best go-to. I need scaffolding as well. So how high do we want this to go? I feel like quite high since I wanted to go into the quarry a bit. Kind of stupid making it go on this side, but whatever. So if we do that, we strip that all the way up. One more maybe. It's like that. Is that a good height? I feel like that's probably a good height. And then we, of course, need to do some anchoring here so it actually looks like it's part of the thing, so it doesn't float away. Because that's what cranes usually do, right? They float away into the night sky. Oh, this is going to look terrible. Oh my god, this is going to look so bad. Actually, no, we can probably make this work. If I then add some of these just to give it like a bit of thickness at the base. Sure. And sleeper cloak so we can actually see. And then from here, if we go like that and that, and then we'll have the ballast. I think that's what it's called, a ballast. The big stone on the back that makes it not tip over. We'll have that here, and it'll be pretty big. I think it'll be 3 by 3, which is humongous for this size. That's actually way too big. We'll do 3 by 2. That's gonna make the crane look huge. That's massive. No, 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 no. That is not happening. That right there, let me tell you. Let's do it 2 by 1. A way more manageable size. Jesus Christ, that was actually to make it that big. All right, that's better. That's a better size. And then we'll add something to go on top of that. Let's do some trapdoors. Trapdoors are good. It's a good trick. We'll do trapdoors. We'll do some buttons. You can also use buttons like that. Yeah. Yeah, both sides. Both sides. There we go. This is peak building in progress right here. And we'll do that. That's probably good. Does that look? Yeah, that's better. That's better. And then we will add some height to this. Add some more of these guys, but pointed in the right direction, preferably. It's like that. And this one is going to be a bit more difficult. We'll do it from down here. These will cover up, like the FBI did with Snowden and whatever. Funny jokes, topical jokes. They're very current, all of my culture references. But no, actually this might work. If we remove that and we'll do like this, maybe? That gives it a bit more stability, I feel like. Go down here, let's have a look. Well, it's probably better. Is it good? I don't know. I found a thing, I just looked it up on the internet. An idea to do this a bit differently. If we add some chains. How do you do that? Also, yeah, if you guys didn't notice I turned it back to Swedish or English again. We're back in English. How do we make a grindstone? I think you need slabs. Yes, you do. Okay. So what are we missing? We're missing sticks. Easy solve. So I can make 2 grindstones actually. Yay, I can make 2. I'm smart. All right. And we put 1 at the bottom and 1 at the top, and then we do chains between those. Okay, well, it's adding thickness slowly but surely. We're making this like the centerpiece thicker, and that's good. That adds more stability, more girth. We like girth. Can I jump up here? No. Okay. Then comes the hard part, because we need to do like a gradual up from this point. But what if we use trapdoors and then slabs with trapdoors? Because that's like a weird thing you can do. If I could get that right. Hello? Oh my, it's not what I wanted to do. This is actually really difficult. What if we do that? That's better. So that, and then we do another one with a trap. That doesn't work at all. That's really bad. We do that. And then we put the trapdoor on the bottom. Hell yeah. Like that. And then we go over here. And we somehow do this. Can't do that because that's not a full block. Okay. But we can do this. You know what? That's better. And then we can do the trapdoor on the bottom of... Oh my god, I'm about to die. I did not look at my HP before I jumped down. I'm actually going to steal more from that same thing, which is by Reddit user GamerMinka2037. We're going to use a lot of fence gates. They used oak fence gates. I'm going to use spruce fence gates. Just I don't actually do the exact same thing. I feel like that's a bit disingenuous. Let's do that. Let's do the thing. I'm really tired. If you guys couldn't tell, it's like 9:30 and I've been awake since 5. We'll do... Should I try composter instead of the barrel? Is composter a better like texture for that? Maybe. You know, we can do cauldrons. Cauldrons look sick. That's something you should always use just because you can. But yeah, if you go to like here, we'll do that 1 higher again. And then do... I didn't make the grindstones. Okay, so fence gates, like... Oh my god. Why can nothing ever work? Why don't you just do the thing I ask you to do? Okay, and then we'll do a cauldron right there. I think that works. I gotta get around this and then do the tippity-toppity point of this. So we'll do that. No, we'll do this and that, and then we'll do like a chain going under. Maybe we'll do something thicker because they gotta look good for a thumbnail. How does that look? There's a missing bit there. I should probably do that. All right. So how does that look? Better. Definitely better. I'm gonna go. You know what? We're gonna do Gamer Minka's thing here. At least I'm crediting the person. I'm stealing, but I'm a thief with honor. So we'll do that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't really go much deeper, but if we do one of those, like it's one of those things that actually catches the guys. I'm so smart. I know all the terminology for cranes. One of the things that catches the guys. Ah, yes, a gator. That's exactly the word I was looking for. But if we do this, and then put some more trapdoors around that. Actually, we can make the whole thing out of trapdoors, because why not? We're rich, I have a lot of wood. Probably should have made that many trapdoors, but oh well. Trapdoors are so expensive. They're so expensive. Why? Just give me free stuff. I prefer free things. But if we remove these, then this should look pretty decent, I think. And then we'll just put some stone in here. And life will be happy days. So like that. Go down here. Remove this. Put that last trapdoor down. We have that the stone on us actually, so we'll do like one of those. 2 pieces of andesite, 3 pieces of andesite. You can have 4 pieces of andesite. We'll do like a stone slab right there. Can you even do some dirt? Everybody loves dirt. Bit of dirt right there. Looks pretty good. I'm liking this. How do we feel? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty happy. I also feel like I'm becoming sick. Becoming sick. Yeah, no, actually, I'm getting sick. My throat hurts, probably because I'm speaking so much. So, this is episode 9, and it's gonna be the 9th episode in as many days, and I know a lot of people throughout the YouTube years have done, like, an episode a day kind of thing. Also, why did I go down here? But I don't feel like in the current YouTube climate that's really viable. Not because it doesn't get any views, but also it's just... These episodes aren't a ton of work, but they are more work than most YouTube videos back in the day, right? Like, I get more stuff done in an episode that you would do back like 10 years ago or 15 years ago. Because I'm rewatching an old Swedish Minecraft YouTuber series, and you notice that the amount of work in an episode, like, for example, in episode 115 or whatever, he and a friend spent 3 episodes in a row building a bridge that was like 5 blocks long. You know? And now I'm building a quarry per episode because, you know, I gotta have a thing in the thumbnail. I'm probably gonna start slowing it down a bit. I'm gonna take maybe 2 days per episode. So instead of an episode a day, we're gonna have like an episode every 2 days in the beginning. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build up a catalog for this series so people have something to watch. That's my goal, really. Before I really start tapering off how many I do of these, I want to have a bunch of them so people can rewatch and, you know, catch up and stuff. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm really tired. I'm just going to keep rambling, if that's okay. But I am enjoying having a forever world. It's actually kind of fun working on projects, and I have things planned for in the future as well. Lore and such. Well, not lore, I guess, but long term I have plans for what I'm going to build. And I think it's going to be pretty sick. It's going to be fun doing those things. Because when I've been doing these, like, modded Minecraft series and stuff, I do small builds, and then I just kind of, you know, stop. Because I haven't completed many mod packs on series, but, you know, I'll lose interest in the mod pack, and I'll just leave. But this is the kind of world where even if I lose interest and I do let's say a mod pack, or I do some other thing for like a month or 2, I'll come back and I'll just make another episode, and it'll be the same world, the same things, and we'll just keep going. I've actually, in my DMs, or I guess really it's my emails, my work-related emails, I've gotten a couple of requests for joining servers, like SMPs, which I've done in the past, both in a YouTube capacity and as just a person capacity. And I would love to do a series on them. But currently there are 2 issues that I'm having. One of them is that I want to do this series, so I don't really want to split my attention quite so soon. Maybe in October, November, you know, I'll be willing to start something else on the side. But also, they die so quickly. You know, you get invited to one of these, or you start one of these, and it's like the premise of, hey, we're getting together a group of small, up-and-coming YouTubers, and they will do videos on here, and it'll be great, the life will be good. And then they do videos for about a day. Some of them never even make a single video, they just go on the server and play for a bit, and then they just stop. I know I had a server where I invited a bunch of people who had YouTube channels. Some of them did maybe 1 or 2 streams. And I know one guy did a single video and then just stopped. He never even logged back in on the server. And it was like week 1 and it just died. You know, I paid money for that server, man. But no, it doesn't work. And all these upstarts on YouTube, all these new Minecraft YouTubers, they'll dream of being the next hermicraft, you know, or the next, whatever, SMP. But the thing is that you gotta get so goddamn lucky to be able to make a server that lasts, right? Yeah, some SMPs last for like a couple of months because it's big name YouTubers who do a thing. It's like a collaboration series they do one time, one off. But things like hermicraft, it's been running for, well, God, it's closing up on 15 years probably. And the only reason it survived is A, because it's bringing in new members, 2, because it's restarting the world every once in a while, which is not something I like to do. If I were to have a world like that, or a server like that, I'd want one server, and it just keeps on going. We never change the world. Because that's more fun to me. I don't want to redo all my stuff. But also, hermicraft survived. I was going somewhere with that. Because it got lucky. It got people. They vetted all the people and got the right people that would keep playing and build an actual community. And not just a community in the comments and stuff. Because that's what most people are looking for. But a community of players. They're not a group of YouTubers. They're a group of friends who have YouTube channels. And I think a lot of people are missing that when they try to start new things. Because everybody is expecting that they are going to do the next big thing on YouTube, or that they are going to be the next this or that. But the fact is, you're going to get incredibly lucky, and a lot of the time, or actually most of the time, you can't really do it on purpose. That's what people are missing. Is like, hey, I'm going to purposefully do this and become successful. Okay, that's great. And in some genres and some niches and some, you know, industries that works. You can do it purposefully if you do it right. But a lot of the time, let's say, I mean, rock music, right? Like metal music. A lot of those bands didn't start up expecting anything to happen. It was just that they enjoyed making music, so they started making music, and then it became successful. Right? But a lot of people are thinking, hey, I want to be successful. I'm gonna start making music, and I'm gonna be successful. And that's just not how it works. I don't know, it's an old man just ranting about things being stupid. Because they are. Most things are pretty damn stupid. And that includes me, and that includes this video. Which is now wrapping up after that very, very long rant. So, if you for some reason enjoyed this, thank you so much for watching. You know, and if you enjoyed it, subscribe, like the video, share it with a friend if you really liked it. And I'm going to see you guys in the next episode. So, I've been WoltyBird. Skibbity toilet. That's what the kids say. Bye-bye.